Hey, welcome back to my channel, Simple Little Flower. Today we're going to talk about introverts and extroverts and how they contribute to social atmosphere and conversation. First of all, let me define introvert and extrovert because I think we use this and we're not really understanding what exactly it means. It's not about whether you're very outgoing or talkative, it's about where you get your motivation. People, even extroverts, we all get our motivation from God. We get our energy from God. An introvert can still go out into big crowds and talk a lot and a bunch of everything, but it drains them. Whereas where they're by themselves is where they go back and they reconnect and they get their energy. And extroverts can also spend time by themselves because I think that everybody needs time on their own just to, reconnect with themselves, to chill out, especially if you have a lot going on. But the difference with extroverts is that they don't get their energy from just being by themselves. Even if you're an extrovert, being in a big group with a lot of people can be very draining. But if you're with other people, just anyone, if you're an extrovert, that is where you get your energy. If you are by yourself, then you get tired and unmotivated and you can't do stuff. Because most people think if you don't talk a lot, then you're an introvert. It's no, I found out I am an extrovert because I get my energy when I'm around other people. If I'm by myself, I just get depressed and down and yeah. But at the same time, I'm not always super talkative. I mean, I've changed a little bit since I went to college, so I am now, but I'm not always, even though I'm not super talkative, I still am getting my energy by being around people. So I can be sitting with somebody and not talking, but I'm getting my energy from them. I am getting motivated, things like that. And I hear his voice much better through other people. So that is why I'm an extrovert, and that is why I get inspired by other people. If I'm on my own for a long time, I tend to not really hear God's voice as much, so it helps to hear it from other people. A big thing that I found, and I think this works with anyone who's an introvert and anyone who is feeling like they can't connect with their friends. And some people are super mature and they understand what's important in life, but then they still put up that fake person shell, and I don't understand that because I didn't have those friends who were like me. I was putting all those expectations on my friends that I had at the moment, and they weren't living up to them. So because of that, I didn't know how to react and I pulled away and things like that. But once I got friends who were like me, who I could be myself around. The fact that I could be myself and that I knew they loved me for me and not because of the things I was doing, then I'm like, okay, this fulfilled that. Now I still have those other friends and I still talk to them, but now I don't put those expectations on them. I encourage you, if you're an introvert and you don't feel like you're contributing socially, first of all, you are. A lot of it's in our head, and if somebody you're around thinks you're not, then they're not really your true friend. Here is my advice. Find someone who you're yourself around and who will love you no matter what. And find that person and have a connection with that person, relationship you can always go back to. Make other friends too, and just know and trust in God, and trust that no, God already has these people in my life who I can count on, who understand me, who I can be even if they don't understand you, at least you're yourself around them and they are their self and you have that comfortability. And then you can go out and spend time with other people. Because yes, even if we're introverts, we are social creatures. We need to be around other people. Do not hide yourself away. There is someone out there who is like you that you can be friends with. And don't try to conform to social norms or to the norms of whatever group you're in at the time. Don't try to conform to them. Be yourself and know your ideals. It's these people who I know I can be myself around and who I know will love me, who loves me no matter what I do. They love me for who I am, not for what I do. Yeah, you can be like, okay, that's great. It's great that one day I will meet someone. Right now I don't have anyone, and what am I gonna do? This is a great time to really have a great relationship with God, because honestly, once you realize that it's only his judgments that matter, like nobody else matters and what they think of you. It only matters what God thinks of you. And if you're wondering, there are some great prayers you can say, great things you can do to solidify that trust with God. Once you trust in God, you realize that, wow, his thoughts of me are the only ones that matter. So why am I trying to look good in someone else's eyes who's not God? And then it's just so easy. And then you can be yourself and truly recognize the actual goodness of other people and not just focus on how they're going to think of you. I hope this video helps anybody who is struggling with this because I understand it. Also, if anybody has any questions that they want me to do a video about, or maybe just answer like a quick question they want me to answer, you can always you can always email me at simplelittleflower@gmail.com. And yeah, love you guys.